strength and the ability and the accuracy and the speed. Oh gosh, you know I'm the best in the world. He's right in front of me and I can honestly tell him that I'm going to knock him spark out.
Welcome back, guys, to another edition of TDs and Flying Knees. This is episode 12, so put those other podcasts on the shelves, all right? Let me introduce the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
What's going on, everybody? Louis here. I'm just excited to talk about another great weekend of fights.
Go DJ, that's my DJ. Go DJ, that's my DJ.
Hey, what's going on, DJ here? Let's get this show on the road.
Jeff. Jeff, J-E-F-F, Jeff. J-E-F-F, Jeff.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back.
Guys, you know what it is. Your host with the most, Smooth Steven Cruz. We got a lot to talk about today, guys. There's a lot of fights that happened last weekend. So let's get right into it with MMA news and rumors. And I'm going to kick it off to Jeff.
Let's get into the fight announcements, guys. These are all in the UFC. In the men's middleweight division, we have Sam Alvey, who's going to fight Wellington Turman at a UFC event on August 28th. The next one we got is Ricky Simon, who's going to fight Timur Valiev at UFC 266 on September 25th. That one's going to be in the men's bantamweight division. In the women's bantamweight division, we have number 3 Aspen Ladd will fight number 10 Macy Jason at a UFC event on October 2nd. And
that was a rescheduled bout, right?
That's correct. Yeah, this one's rescheduled. Holly Holm will return to the featherweight division to fight Norma Dumont at a UFC event on October 16th. I don't know about you guys, but I was hoping that Miesha Tate was going to fight Holly Holm next.
Yeah, so, I know. We were just talking about that.
Yeah, kind of sucks, but it's still cool to see Holly Holm have her next bout scheduled. Next one is in the men's heavyweight division. Walt Harris is going to fight Tai Tuivasa at UFC 267 on October 30th. Tai Tuivasa is a fan favorite. I can't wait to see the guy fight again.
Yeah. Yep, I just see another fight, another knockout, another shoey.
Several shoeys.
Several, yeah.
Hopefully they don't put hot sauce in it this time.
Yeah, no hot sauce. Shame on you, whoever did that.
Don't do that.
That was fucked up.
Last fight announcement I have, guys, is in the men's flyweight division. Number 10, Tim Elliott, is going to fight number 12, Mateus Nicolau. So yeah, that one's going to be a good one. I always like watching Tim Elliott fight. Let's get into some of the news I have. I don't have too much, but the biggest headline is Amanda Nunes testing positive for COVID-19, canceling her fight against Juliana Pena that was scheduled for UFC 265, which is this weekend.
She's ducking.
I'm just kidding, guys.
Yeah, I was going to say I doubt it. But the plan is to reschedule the fight when Amanda is fully recovered and ready to compete. So hopefully that'll be within like the next month or two.
I'm telling you, we're only a couple mishaps away from her defending both titles in one night. I'm telling you, that will sell.
Yeah, I mean, of course, I'd watch that. I'd buy that. Yeah, let's get it. I have another canceled bout, and that's Tatiana Suarez is out of her upcoming flyweight debut versus Roxanne Modafferi due to injury. They were supposed to meet at UFC 266, but now the promotion is looking to reschedule the fight. That's disappointing because I've been looking forward to seeing Suarez fight again, man. She's just a really good fighter. She's well-rounded. She has awesome wrestling. But yeah, we're going to have to wait a little bit longer for that one. As far as like news and stuff, man, that's pretty much all I got.
All right, I don't have much in the boxing world either, but what I do have, Vasily Lomachenko versus Richard Comey on December 11th. That's announced. So,
nice.
Also rumored Dimitri Bivol is the front runner for Canelo Alvarez after the planned negotiations failed. So
I wonder why it failed, man.
Yeah.
Well, it's because Canelo wanted it guaranteed. Get your opinions. Canelo wanted the $40 million guaranteed, no matter what. So if something happened to Caleb Plant and he got injured, his replacement would have to have been $40 million, and that's absurd by anyone's opinion. So why did Canelo do that? Why? The original was like a 3-fight deal. Okay, you don't want to get signed with PBC, three fights. Okay, so they gave him the 1-fight deal. Caleb Plant said yes to everything, or more like Al Heyman said yes to everything. Al Heyman wants Canelo on, on
maybe
PBC.
he's just suspecting. He's already suspecting Plant to pull out of the fight. Maybe he's just not comfortable. Maybe he knows, like, this guy really don't want to fight me. He really don't want to lose his belt, so I don't trust him to.
I think he does want to fight him for that $10 million.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That's what he wanted. I mean, I don't know why. It's a winnable fight for Canelo. I don't know why he did that.
Oh, it's almost a guaranteed win for Canelo. I mean, nothing's guaranteed in fighting, but I think this would be a heavy underdog. I don't know, man. I think,
why the absurd, demands?
Yeah. That's a good question. Like I said, I think it's just because he doesn't trust Caleb Plant to show up, and he doesn't want to waste his time training for somebody that he doesn't believe is even going to show up to the fight, and wants his guaranteed money, no matter what. Because then if it's not guaranteed and he signs to fight Caleb Plant for that amount of money, and he already is suspecting him not to show up, when he doesn't show up, now all of a sudden that money that he signed up to fight, that he signed up to train for, is not what he's getting in return, right?
Yeah, well, I can understand if he had a history with pulling out, but he doesn't. And to get a glorified tune-up for $40 million is absurd.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you.
Yeah, both make it's a little weird, but I mean, you have been seeing fighters getting pulled out last minute because of COVID.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that say Canelo ducks people, and how good Canelo is. It's just coincidence what Canelo wanted to unify at middleweight, right? But he didn't want to fight Boo Boo, right? And then he let go the 175 belt because, coincidence, Benavidez was mandatory. So I don't know.
Yeah, no, I don't buy into none of that, man. You look at the guys that he's fought. He's fought Triple G twice. He's fought Daniel Jacobs. He fought, the guy fought Floyd Mayweather. Like, and I know that's a money fight, but still, he had to have known he had a good chance of losing that fight and losing his O. Still did it. He fought Billy Joe Saunders, who was an awful matchup on paper for him. I don't think Boo Boo is anybody to duck. I don't think Caleb Plant is anybody to duck. Canelo probably knocks both of them out. If we're being real, he knocks both of those guys out.
Next up, I have also about Canelo, Kamaru Usman. UFC welterweight star Kamaru Usman said he's confident he could defeat Canelo Alvarez, not in the MMA cage, but in the boxing ring. He's quoted saying, "I can do anything I put my mind to."
It's good for him. He's a confident guy.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think he can beat him.
In a boxing ring?
Yeah, man, definitely.
You're serious?
I mean, come on, man. Did you see what he did in Mexico?
In the cage.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing to do with that.
I mean, he looked good, though.
Nah, man, I don't think...
He looked pretty elite to me.
He's got to be trolling.
I think...
Yeah, he looks elite.
No, I don't think he's
MMA
trolling.
striker, bro.
DJ's trolling.
No,
I don't
definitely
think
not.
That's what I mean. I think actually I was talking about Usman, but DJ definitely is trolling.
I don't think Usman is. I think he's just confident in his stand-up game, but
yeah, he has absolutely
he's my favorite fighter, but I wouldn't give him a chance.
You know who else says they can beat Canelo? Jake Paul.
You know who else? Oscar De La Hoya.
You know who else said that? Billy Joe Saunders.
No, well, Oscar De La Hoya didn't say. He said, "I'm willing to fight him. It'll be a good money fight. I know I might get knocked out, but it'll be fun." That's what he said.
Yeah, he did say something like that. He said, "Yeah, probably."
You know what they all have in common?
Woo! If we ever got to see Usman versus Canelo, I think we'd all be ecstatic. That's just it'd be awesome to see.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And I'm pretty sure we'd all give Usman close to 0% chance of winning.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I think Canelo would make more money fighting Dustin Poirier.
Yeah, I'd agree. And I'd give
that'd be cooler
Dustin more of a chance, but even his chance would be slim to none to beat Canelo in a boxing match.
Or McGregor. McGregor would be a good money fight.
Oh, yeah. I think he'd lose probably worse than both of them.
Yeah, he's a small guy.
He's smaller, he's smaller, and he gasses out, man.
He'll get smashed, bro.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I think Canelo would toy with him.
Yeah, but I don't know. As psychotic as McGregor's been, I feel like the trash talking would be cringe. Dude, cringe.
It would be awful.
It would because Canelo don't even know what the fuck he's saying.
No.
And look what Canelo did to the last guy that was talking a bunch of shit to him. He broke his face.
I know, but I feel like McGregor will piss off a whole country. He wouldn't piss off no training camp. He'll piss off a whole country this time.
Call a bunch of fucking beanbags.
Yeah,
right? He's
for
like, you
real.
fucking beanbags over there. Oh, shit. Damn.
I don't know. I just hope we see Canelo in the ring again soon. I hope he gets an opponent. Even Triple G3 would be nice. You know, like just get him back in there because he's.
I think he's gonna fight Pitbull.
That'd be awesome too.
You think so?
That's a challenge. Man. See, like if he's gonna be ducking people, like if people think he's ducking people, like why would he fight Pitbull? Like he's bigger. He's giving. The only thing Canelo will have an advantage in the ring is his speed. You know, he'll probably be a little faster than Pitbull, but. That, too, is not a great matchup for him, right? Would you agree, Steve?
No, it's not a good matchup. Him or, what's his name? Better Vivas.
Yeah.
Very bad matchups.
Hopefully we find out soon.
All right, guys, let's get into the fight reviews, and I'm going to kick it over to Jeff.
You know what? We can start off with, one championship that happened on Friday.
Friday morning at 7:30, guys. Did you watch it? Did you go to work, clock in, pull down your pants, sit on the toilet, and watch it?
If you
like
did,
I did?
Give us a comment.
Yeah, it was,
Let us know
it was
on
free
YouTube.
on YouTube, man.
Yeah,
It was free, guys. No
It
excuses.
was a good fight, too.
Let's start with the Victoria Lee fight. What'd you guys think, man? She was dominant.
Oh, yeah.
She wins by submission in the first round, and it was domination. There's really nothing.
She went in there and did what she wanted to do and
took her down.
She said she was going to get a first round sub, and that's what she did.
Yep, she's
a killer like her brother and sister. Man.
Living up to the name for sure.
17 years old.
Yep,
now, I don't know how good her opponent was, but I mean, when you're building up a prospect, you're supposed to fucking run through these guys and smash them like you did. You know what I mean?
So that's what she did. Yep.
She did exactly what she was supposed to do.
Yeah, man. So they got some good young talent over in one. Hopefully you guys got to catch this card. And hopefully you've seen her brother fight, Christian Lee. That guy's awesome too. So yeah, let's go on to the next fight. It's Rui Chen versus Jeremy Pikachu. This fight was also MMA. And this one had Pikachu winning by decision. And it was a great fight. Was it split, Steve?
Oh, unanimous.
Unanimous decision? Yeah. This was a great fight. When the fight ended, I did think Pikachu won. But it was competitive, man. It was back and forth. Pikachu was mixing in takedowns. He had, good clean striking.
Pikachu, his trainer, his name is Ash.
That's a good one. I was thinking about
Pokemon jokes. No,
it does sound like you're saying
Pikachu. Yeah, it's Pikachu. Pikachu.
I choose you.
Dude, you had me for a second. I was like,
that was pretty good.
I was like, oh yeah.
I was thinking of all these Pokemon jokes for it too. Got me on that one. Yeah, he was dominant.
Yeah, great fight right there, man. Yeah, all right, let's move on to the next fight. Rayuto Sauda versus Gustavo Ballard. In that fight, it was Gustavo Ballard defeating Rayuto Sauda by decision. Next up on the card was Ong Lan Sang versus Leandro Atides. And this fight was the one I was looking forward to probably the most. Obviously, I had the biggest name, Ong Lan Sang.
Yep.
What'd you think, Steve?
It was a great fight, man. Great fight. Both of these guys went to war with DeRitter, who's... You know what I mean? Who's just dominant, and Leandro's the one that took him the distance. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I knew it was going to be a good fight, and it delivered. And it was the first round knockout, man. Yeah, man, it was a great fight.
Yeah. Afterwards, he was talking about how he really doesn't care about fighting DeRitter. He said he just wants to fight someone that will actually fight and that isn't boring. So that was pretty funny.
Actually, I thought I saw something on one that DeRitter's going to go to fight the heavyweight champ.
Yeah,
he's trying to become.
They call him out. Yeah,
he probably could do it.
He called him out after winning last time. Yeah,
he's worked, man.
I wouldn't doubt it.
He called out Brandon Vera, but then Brandon
lost
Vera
that.
Yeah, they have an Indian champ now, right?
But yeah.
That woman, she was from the last MMA women's fight you talked about. She was from India too, right? So I guess they have this little wave of MMA fighters coming out of India, I guess.
Yep. Yeah, I heard the heavyweight champ talk about that, actually. Let's get into the main event of the evening. All the bouts we talked about so far, they were MMA matches. This was a...
Muay Thai?
Muay Thai, sorry. I blanked for a minute there, but it was Sam A versus Prajna Chai. Prajna Chai. We gotta take a drink. Sorry, guys. Yeah, man, the champ lost. The champ lost his belt. It was Prajna Chai winning, and he looked...
Kickboxing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah.
He was impressive, dude, right?
He looked
great.
good. He looked like he had the power over Sammy.
He looked like the bigger, thicker dude, man.
Yeah, he did.
More explosive, right?
And he was matching him for speed, you know? And
Yeah.
that's what Sammy made him stick out different from everybody else, is how fast he is in Muay Thai. And he was matching him for speed, and he had the power. He dropped him, I think, in the first round.
Yeah, he dropped him. It was
clean.
It was a good fight, man.
Oh yeah.
The one Muay Thai is really entertaining.
I know. I feel like it doesn't matter who you put out there, what kind of name. I feel like multi matches in one are always entertaining.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Full of action.
Yeah, I would love to see Prodigy PK Muay Thai Gym. Yeah, there you go. I'd love to see him again. And the Thai people, they put their names of their gym inside their name. That's why, if you think it's weird me saying Muay Thai Gym, so
Right.
they all put that, like Stamp. She used to be the Autumn Way.
Fairtex.
Yeah, she puts Fairtex. There's a lot of people who put their.
Yeah,
I'm not
it
just
was
making
good,
shit
man.
up. It's a tribute to their gym and their trainers. They even do the Muay Thai music. They do a ritual and everything.
Right.
The first step is doing like a tribute to their coaches and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, nice. I thought Prajna Chai looked really quick, really explosive. He had a good jab, throwing kicks. Like for every punch Sam A threw, Prajna Chai was throwing 2 or 3. And it was a great fight, man. And he was deserving of the wins, deserving of the title. So awesome fight. I hope you guys got to catch it. It was like we said, Friday morning at 7:30 in the morning. So.
yeah, it was a good fight, man. Just FYI, we got all our 1 picks correct. So it's another reason to check us out, guys. You know what I'm saying? We're doing the dirty work. Other podcasts don't want to. They didn't want to look at these guys' highlights. We did. And it was a good fight, man.
Yeah, that was a good card. That was better than, I think that was a lot more entertaining than the UFC.
And I told you,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I said Prodigy, he throws out double kicks like a boxer throws out a double jab.
Sure does.
That's what he was doing, man.
Yeah.
I mean, guys, this is real shit right here, bro. Come on. Come on.
All right, guys. Let's get into the shitty UFC card that we had to watch this weekend. One of the worst cards of the year, by far. First fight on the main card was Brian Barbarena versus Jason Witt. Jason Witt wins this fight by majority decision. He used it, he used his wrestling, to win this one. Had 8 takedowns. But yeah, so the next fight on the card, Colin Anglin versus Melsik Bagdasaryan. This one ended in a pretty cool head kick in the first round. Bagdasaryan wins by second round knockout. Next fight on the card, Nicholas Stoltz versus Jared Gooden. Gooden wins by first round knockout. That was actually pretty nice. Pretty cool knockout. Yeah, I did catch that one. Co-main event of the evening, believe it or not, was Cheyenne Bates versus Gloria DePaula.
That was a good fight too.
Pretty cool fight, head kick, super close to being an illegal kick.
It's all legal to me.
But it was legal. It was, I slow-moed it and frame by frame, and she did lift her hand up off the ground right before the kick landed.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask. There was a part like right after the head kick where the ref points at somebody and kind of goes like,
Yeah, the ref.
But was he trying to say like run back the replays? Let me know if that was legal. Like, was he trying to point saying something like that?
If I was a ref, that's what I would.
Yeah,
That was a close
I think
call.
so, Luis.
It's so hard to do that all the time.
I was having a hard time trying to figure out what that ref, because not only that he let her get kicked, but I mean she got a lot of punches that shouldn't have been landed.
Yeah, when he did that, when she got kicked, I thought he was pointing to the person that said another round on me.
That's what it seemed like. That's why I was like, is he asking for another kick or?
That was weird though. But yeah, he was too busy trying to get someone on the sidelines attention, and he didn't realize that girl was head bounced off the floor. But I mean, that was a shitty ref right there. I don't know what he was up to, but
Yeah,
that was a beautiful kick to me. I mean,
it was, man.
I'm a big fan of soccer kicks, face stomps, and old school rules like that.
It was cool, man. So let's get into the main event on this card. It was Uriah Hall versus Sean Strickland. And I don't know, what did you guys think?
For me, legend says Uriah Hall's coach still hasn't let him sit down.
No. On the plane ride, he's like, no, he doesn't sit down.
Right?
You have to stand. No, I mean, I guess I was completely wrong on my pick on that one, but Uriah Hall looked like he didn't show up to fight. He came in and Strickland just started, putting the pressure and being a weird person that he is, and just kept coming forward. And I think Hall just landed counter punches. That's it. He wasn't throwing combinations of any sort. He wasn't putting nothing together.
No leg kicks or nothing.
He threw one leg kick in the first round and it landed clean on his calf. And I don't know why he didn't keep doing that. If he would have kept doing that, it would have slowed him down a little bit.
You could tell, right? Every kick he was throwing and landing was bothering Strickland.
Yeah. So it looked like he was just defeated after that first round. It looked like he got broke in that first round.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to give big credit to Steve, too, because he's the one that said that, Hall he's been looking sloppy. He's been looking sluggish. Yeah, I thought the opposite, but, no, Steve was completely right. He looked sluggish. He looked tired the whole fight.
Yep.
Like he didn't he didn't want to be in that cage for that.
No.
It was weird.
Yeah, his coaches kept having to hype him up and motivate him in between rounds. And I saw this coming, man. I knew that there was always that Uriah Hall always has the potential to knock these guys out in the first round just because he's so explosive, such an unpredictable striker. But I knew that if it got after into the second and third rounds, I knew that Strickland would be able to just pressure him and mentally break him, and it looks like that's what happened. It's just a bad performance by Uriah Hall. He shows so much potential, in fights, and then he'll have a fight like this one, DJ, like how we said last week. He'll have some good performances, and then he'll just leave you scratching your head like, damn, what was he doing in there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. At this point, I just see him as how Steve calls it, the barometer.
Yeah. There you
He's
go.
going to measure fighters at this point.
So that was the UFC card. It had some fall off, some, fights, but it was just not a good card. Hopefully next week will be better, even though we already had one fight fall off that one.
Yeah. So. And Vi's won the fight of the night.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Cheyenne Bates, she did get performance of the night. I don't know if you guys heard her talking about how broke she was after her fight, but good for her.
Yeah, good
that she got some money. It's crazy. We've just been hearing lately, I feel like we've been hearing a lot of UFC fighters complaining about not having any money, right?
Yeah. It's sad. These guys and women, they go out there and they put a show for all of us and they're not getting paid nearly, I guess, obviously not enough to cover their living costs or training costs and be able to focus on the sport. Some of these people have jobs.
Man, you're right. And some of them have jobs still.
I want to say majority of the UFC fighters just go to work. They go to work Monday all black-eyed and bruised up.
Yeah, man. So, hopefully next week's card will make up for this one being so shitty.
Yeah.
Let's get on to the main event of the weekend. Bellator's 263 headlined by AJ McKee versus Patricio Pitbull. For it was a featherweight Grand Prix and the featherweight title on the line. Pitbull is the double champ over in Bellator. He's the lightweight champion, or he is the lightweight champion. He's the former featherweight champ. Let's talk about Islam Mamedov versus Brent Primus. Brent Primus has a win over Michael Chandler. Michael Chandler hurt his leg in that fight, so it wasn't a legit win, but he did still beat him, and he's a former champ. However, Mamedov was able to defeat him by a split decision. He uses wrestling to get a win. It was a good fight. I expected Mamedov to be able to do that. I don't know. What did you guys think of it?
Yeah, it was just it was what I said. It was just takedowns.
Yeah, a lot of grappling, right? Wrestling.
A lot of grappling. Trains with Khabib.
Yeah,
Since he was
Khabib's
a kid, man.
undefeated as a coach.
Yeah.
So
Dagestani style or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So let's get into Usman Nurmagomedov defeating Manny Muro via first round TKO.
Okay, double goat.
Yeah, Usman Nurmagomedov. Yeah, we said last week don't bet against anybody named Usman Nurmagomedov. But yeah, he wins via it was a knee, I think, to the body, right?
Yeah, it was a knee to the body, and he just dropped
him. Yeah, and he followed up with punches. Referee steps in and stopped it after the fight. Usman Nurmagomedov says that Khabib congratulated him but also let him know what he was doing wrong in the fight, things that he can improve on. That's awesome, dude. Like Khabib, he was one of those fighters that just retired and walked away. We don't hear about him no more. He's still like active on social media. We still see him coaching these other guys. Sucks that he retired so soon because, man, there's so many good matchups out there for him right now.
Yeah.
But it's still good to see him involved in helping these other guys make their dreams come true. That next co-main event on the card was Mads Burnell defeating Emmanuel Sanchez via unanimous decision. I picked Sanchez in this fight. Burnell surprised me, man. He was able to just mix it up. He landed some takedowns. Sanchez was like edging him in the striking just by a little bit. I think he's getting better of it on the feet, but Burnell's takedowns and wrestling is what set him apart and won him the fight.
Yeah, and when the fight kicked off, it looked like Sanchez was winning for the most part of the first round. And then somewhere past the middle point, Burnell started taking him down, mixing it up, and changing it up, doing everything. And it came out good. It worked out for him. It was throwing off Sanchez a lot in the game.
Oh, yeah, no, I love the fight. High-paced, all 15 minutes. Both guys went at it. And, Burnell's takedowns was the difference. He had more control time. There was a time where Sanchez actually flipped it over, turned it on them, and then he came back and turned it back. That was actually pretty cool sequence right there.
Yeah,
that was nice.
Very cool grappling sequence there. I remember that.
I was hoping Burnell would get one of those Japanese neckties, man. That would have been really cool.
I get what you're referring to there.
No, he has like 4 Japanese.
Oh, that's his thing. That's why you were mentioning the Japanese necktie. Okay.
Yeah, like it's a real submission.
No, yeah, I got you. Okay, let's get into the main event of the evening, main event of the Bellator card, main event of the weekend. AJ McKee versus Patricio Pitbull. And I hate to say it, but Luis pretty much called it perfectly. He said last week he thinks AJ McKee is going to catch him with a head kick. I know he won by guillotine, but the head kick is what started everything. And Luis called it, man. He said AJ McKee by head kick. And I give it, I don't even take any points off Luis because he won by guillotine. I think you nailed it perfectly. The head kick is what was the beginning of the end.
Yeah.
It's pretty badass, dude. I did call it too, though. I did say that I think McKee was going to win, and I think he's going to catch him early in the first round, and that is what happened. So,
I was going to say that I wanted to pick McKee, but everybody agreed on McKee. Everybody agreed on every single fight all the way up, so I changed my pick last minute. So I really wanted to pick McKee, but I took one for the team, guys.
No. Well, Jeff picked Pitbull.
No, pick McKee.
We agreed on like every single fight all last week's show. So I was like, fuck it.
We weren't really that long, were we? Though? But that fight was great. And he looks so much bigger than
Good
Pitbull.
point.
And I think I don't think that weight class is for him. I think Jeff was saying that he missed the first weigh-ins. And
he weighed in 0.2 pounds over. So when you're in a championship fight, you have to weigh on the dot, 145 on the dot or below. He was 145.2, so he had to come back and weigh in, but he made it the second time.
Yeah, I think, and he's young, so
he looked really big. But I think like he looked bigger than he actually is because Pitbull is undersized. Pitbull looks tiny in there, dude. He does not look like a featherweight. He looks like a bantamweight. Like he looks like he should be fighting like Petr Yan, Aljamain Sterling. Like he looks more
I
that
can't believe
size.
He's the lightweight champ too.
Yeah, I can't believe that either, dude. Dude, imagine putting him next to Poirier.
Yeah,
imagine him fighting Dustin Poirier.
So so like we were talking about the fight. I feel like if I'm McKee, I'm just straight up calling him out, going 10 pounds more, calling him out for the lightweight. Might as well. Yeah,
I can see that, dude. And honestly, I picked McKee even more comfortably this time. I mean, I know anything can happen. Pitbull's got power to put anybody out, but to me, just like AJ McKee is aware of his height and his length and his reach advantage, and I think he'll use that again in the rematch. Pitbull ain't gonna grow until the rematch, so he's gonna have the same advantages. So I hope the rematch is at lightweight. I hope they do it again for the lightweight belt and McKee wins, and then I hope McKee comes over to the UFC after that.
Yeah, that's why they call McKee the future.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree. I love the guy.
He's definitely that new breed of MMA. Every 5-6 years, MMA evolves because it's still such a young sport.
Yeah.
From when we first started watching it, with you're either a wrestler or jiu-jitsu, or you got stand up, and then you start getting these wrestlers that had knockout power, which was insane, and then you got everybody that can do everything.
Yeah.
It's just evolving. I think he's just that guy that knew the new age MMA style fighter. He looks good. He's a nice guy though. He could have put him out. He could have done John Jones and
left him like Machida.
Yeah, Machida. Put him to sleep. No, he started feeling him going out. He started telling
the ref he's out.
He's going out. He's going out. He let him go. Could have put him to sleep in front of his kid, right? Like he said he was.
Don't you dare talk about my son.
Don't talk about my son.
Yeah, there was real dislike going into this fight between McKee and Pitbull, which made it even more intriguing to me. It did definitely hype it up, and I liked it, man. I mean, I obviously wish it would have gone a little bit longer because, we tune into these fights to see, who the better fighter is. And while I do think McKee, I do still think he is the better fighter, I don't think this fight proved it. There was a winner, and he won fair and square, obviously, by knockout. But I like to see these guys go into the third, fourth, fifth round because that's when I believe you really see
what they really got.
What they're made of, what they really got. And, yeah, hopefully we see them match up one more time, and it'll go a little bit longer this time.
Bellator gets a lot of shit for getting, a lot of ex-UFC fighters and stuff, but they do also do a really good job of bringing up talent and signing talent and actually, building them up to stars. Because Michael Venom Page could just be hype coming into the... Imagine if he came in the UFC, fought a welterweight that could wrestle legit. He would look silly, but in Bellator... he looks, other than the Lima thing, he looks good, man.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, honestly, after seeing this weekend, I feel like McKee and MVP will be two fighters that can go to the UFC right now and sell tickets.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. They can sell tickets for sure.
It's all Coker and Espinosa, I guess. I don't know if Espinosa has something to do with it, but yeah, man, they took the boxing approach to build their stars, man.
Yeah.
That's one thing. MVP, he's fought a lot of cans, dude. He's fought a lot of guys that had no business being in there with him, but that's how Bellator built him up, and he is a draw, for sure. I'm not sold on him coming to the UFC and being successful. I think guys like Covington and Usman and even guys like Michael Kiesa could take him down and control him and beat him. So it'd still be cool to see him come over. But I'm just not sold that he can be a real legitimate title threat. I am sold that McKee can be a legitimate title threat here in the UFC.
Then what's the name from Bellator tweet out about having him fight some cross promotion.
Oh yeah. That would be great. Scott Coker. Yeah. He said if the UFC wants to do it, let's get it on. If they want to cross promote and have the champions fight each other. I don't think the UFC will do it. I think I told you guys why. I don't think Alexander Volkanovski is big enough yet, popular enough. If Max Holloway was still the champion, I think they would consider it because I think that would sell so much.
Such a good matchup. Right?
Yeah, actually, I saw an interview today too with McKee, and they asked him about that, and he did say that Holloway was a dream fight for him. Then he said he would love to fight Ryan Ortega because when he was 19 years old, Ortega put him made him tap out in a choke. It was multi only, and then he said,
jiu-jitsu only.
Yeah, jiu-jitsu only. I mean, and made him tap out. And then he did say Volkanovski. He said he's no problem. He'll send him back to rugby.
So that's cool. I love to see them fight, and I'm just saying I'd rather see Max because Max would be a bigger draw. And it'd be better for the sport. I'm not saying that I don't think Alexander Volkanovski would last in there with McKee. I think he will. I'd actually need to look into the fight more. But right now, I'm on the fence. I don't know who I think would win that fight. But I do think it'd be competitive. I do think that Volkanovski
great fight.
Can figure him out. If you can figure out Max Holloway on the feet, you can figure out anybody. In my opinion, you can figure out anybody. Max is as good at mixing in, punches and kicks and everything. He's good. He's really good at mixing it up, and that's what McKee does. So hopefully one day we get to see that fight, and we're not just here talking about it for nothing.
We've been talking about cross promotions for years,
forever. I do think we're getting closer though, man. Yeah. I think we're getting closer. If Bellator can continue to push out stars like McKee, he's a legit star, man. He's one of the best fighters in the world. One of the best featherweights in the world and in any promotion. So, yeah, hopefully one day.
And he's still young, and he still has that body frame and ability to move up weight.
You're right. He can still put weight on.
He can still get to be a lightweight at that height and that size, and that there's still a lot of fight there too in that weight class. So
Yeah, true, man. Yeah, you're right. He's 5'11", right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so tall enough to be a lightweight. He looked huge, so
yeah.
So that's it. That's all for the fight reviews. We're gonna go ahead and get into the fight previews next weekend.
Actually, I have some boxing results. So unfortunately, the Conor Ben and Adrian Granada's fight got canceled due to COVID. But the co-main event was pretty good, and I watched it. I'm just gonna go through real quick. Lee Woods wins the WBA featherweight title, and he stopped the hype train that is Can the Monster U. So that was a little mini upset. And then Jonathan Rice dominates and stops Michael Coffey in the fifth. The hot prospect, Michael Coffey, was stopped by the journeyman, Jonathan Rice. His record is 14 wins, 6 losses, 1 draw. So, I mean, that's
Those boys
crazy.
Were big, man. They were big dudes.
Yeah, it was a little mini upset, but, man, that was because Coffey was supposed to be, something good. Wow, that's crazy, but that's boxing for you.
Yeah, man, I was so sad when Conor Ben's fight got canceled, man.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to seeing that fight.
That Rice looked good in that boxing fight. That was an exciting fight, too. The way he just kept slapping that jab out there on his face, putting it there, like at will. It was crazy.
Yeah, he had a nice hook, too. A check left hook that was landing. It's a good fight.
Yeah.
All right, and before we get into the main event of the fight previews, because there's not really anything else going on, there's a few boxing matches. I'm just going to announce them. I'm not really going to talk about them, guys, or give picks, but just to let you know what's going on. On Tuesday, August 3rd, Thriller is having a pay-per-view fight, Michael Hunter versus Mike Wilson. It's a heavyweight 12-round fight, WBA eliminator. And then on the co-main event, Chris Algieri's coming back. And then on Friday, August 6th, Michael Irish Conlan, he's fighting on ESPN. And then on Saturday, August 7th, that's going to be a pretty good card. It's going to be around 1 o'clock Central Time. So if you and your buddies are getting ready to watch the UFC fight later, 265, something cool to put on while you're barbecuing. This is actually a really low-key fight, a really good low-key fight. It's a rematch. It's a kid Galahad versus Jazza Dickens. It's a rematch of a fight that happened in 2013. It was a pretty good fight. They were both up-and-comers. And but what's his name? Stopped him in the 10th. What's his name? Galahad stopped him. Dickens in the 10th. This is a rematch. Now they're both working. They're both operating at the world-class level. So let's see what happens this time, because the first time around was great. And then the co-main event, a guy who I like, he's a knockout artist, a knockout machine in the heavyweight division, Fabio Wardley. He's fighting Nick Webb. Wardley is a knockout artist, dude. He's big, 6'5". He's confident, keeps his hands down, quick reflexes. That boy can move. He steps in and out. Really good, has a great jab, and he uses this as a range finder because he throws it like from halfway already stuck out because he's so long. It's gonna be a good fight, man. So if y'all have some time, check that out. And that was on DAZN. That's the Fight Camp Week 2 at the DAZN headquarters mansion. So it looks pretty cool. They're fighting in the backyard in the mansion. Pretty sick.
Wow.
So yeah, guys, if you're ready, you can't wait for the fights. Put that on too. Get DAZN. Sign up for that free trial. All right, now let's get into the main event of the weekend, and that's UFC 265, and I'm going to kick it off to Jeff.
All right, guys, so this card is headlined by Derek Lewis and Cyril Gane for the UFC heavyweight interim title. Winner will be facing Francis Ngannou, hopefully by the end of the year, maybe early next year, for the undisputed heavyweight title. The main card is pretty good. I'm happy with the main card. Everybody's probably disappointed that Amanda Nunes fell off, obviously.
Yeah, at first I was, but I'm like, we all knew it was going to happen. But like, Luis said earlier when we were talking about it, it's like, yeah, but it's so cool to see. Yeah, and you're right. But yeah, we all knew what Amanda Nunes was going to do.
Yeah, we knew she was going to stop her somehow.
Yeah, she was going to duck her.
However she
duck
wanted.
her. Yeah, she was gonna, there you go. She ducked her, though.
She was going to duck her somehow.
You're right, she did duck her. COVID, right? Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Like she's not vaccinated, right?
Yeah. No.
Right?
Nope. I better watch out. She's probably going to kick her ass, right? Then give us COVID.
Yeah, kick y'all's ass, maybe.
You think you can take Amanda Nunes?
No, I'll be on the ground before she charges.
Luis will run. But yeah, guys, so the feature prelim on this card is a must watch. It is Rafael Fiziev versus Bobby Green. If you know who Bobby Green is, he don't have any boring fights, and Rafael Fiziev is knocking people out. So that is must watch TV there, so don't miss it. The first fight on the main card is Song Yadong versus Casey Kenny. This is an awesome matchup in the bantamweight division. Both these guys are fringe top 10, but definitely have potential to be title contenders one day. Next fight on the main card is Tisha Torres versus Angela Hill. Two veterans, man, in the women's side of the game. I enjoy watching both of these girls fight. So yeah, tune into that one. We got Vincent Lou Kay versus Michael Kiesa, another awesome matchup. I believe it's a top 10 matchup in the welterweight division.
It's going to be like good takedown offense versus good takedown defense.
Yep.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes, man.
Classic grappler versus striker match right there.
Yeah.
I mean, we all know what Kiesa wants to do. He's going to want to take him down. We all know Lou Kay wants to stand and strike. So whoever is able to go out there and implement their game plan is going to win that fight. Whoever dictates where the fight takes place, man, Lou Kay will win if it's on the feet. Kiesa is going to win if he can take him down. So we'll see what happens there. And the co-main event of the evening is probably my favorite fight on the card. Jose Aldo versus Pedro Munoz.
A.K.A. the battle of the leg kicks. That's what I'm calling it.
Yeah.
Sick leg kicks, man. Pedro Munoz's last fight was against Jimmy Rivera, I believe. And, man, he ate his leg up.
Yeah,
that was an awesome fight. Yeah, by decision. Great fight, though. These guys are lightning fast. Munoz has some lightning quick hands. And we all know Jose Aldo's got lightning quick everything. So that's an awesome matchup. Like I said, I was disappointed Nunes fell off, but seeing Aldo and Munoz in the co-main event is just awesome too. So we're in for a good one there. Then the main event of the evening is Derek Lewis versus Ciryl Gane. Man, I love both of these fighters. I'm a huge Derek Lewis fan. I'm a huge Ciryl Gane fan as well. I'm just such a fan of the way Gane is able to move and manage distance, and he's also well-rounded, man. The guy can wrestle, he can take you, he can submit you.
And he's huge.
And he's fucking huge, yeah. And I mean, so is Lewis. Lewis has knockout power. Lewis is a little more predictable, and that's not a good thing whenever you're fighting someone as well-rounded as Ciryl Gane. We all know Lewis wants to stand and bang, and he's going to be looking for the knockout. So
yeah, he's going to be it's going to be weird because Lewis always, like lately, I think his last 3 fights, he's been fighting super patient. Just waiting to land that one punch, which he managed to do on those last 3
Curtis
fights.
Blades.
So, yeah.
Yeah, Curtis Blades waiting for a takedown. He landed that uppercut.
That one uppercut. Oh, he went out cold. Yeah. I like watching Lewis just knock these people out cold.
Yeah, man.
It's exciting. He's from
one of my
Houston,
favorite fighters, easy. Yeah,
and he has probably the best Instagram page out there. You go follow him. And, I'll put a smile on your face, some of the stuff.
My balls was hot.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, man. Lewis has the most KOs in heavyweight history. You know what I mean? He got that power. We all know that. But I think, and you're right, DJ, he has been really patient. I think he knows he doesn't have the cardio to scramble and do all that other bullshit. So, hey, I'm just going to wait for you to shoot, and I'm going to fucking clock you.
Yep.
And you know what? It's been working. But I really do think he has underrated wrestling.
Yep.
And when I see him get on top and throw those bombs, dude, you're going to go out. You're going to go out on the ground and pound. So that might be something he might look to do against Ciryl Gane. And I don't think Ciryl Gane is expecting that at all.
I think
for a dude like Lewis to shoot. And Lewis is hard to control on the ground. He's been taken down, but he'll pop back up.
They say MMA don't work on him.
Yeah, he said jiu-jitsu.
Gets up. Yeah, jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, dude, he literally just gets up. It looks silly. It looks like if my daughter's on top of me, I just get up. She'll just like fall off.
Yeah.
It looks effortless. It looks ridiculous. He just gets up like it's nothing. So,
yeah.
I mean, that's just something that he has that I think he could bring to the table, man. Hopefully he's, what do I know, right? But Gane, on the other hand, bro, he's never flat-footed, always on the move, good footwork and head movement. His head is never on the center line. Man, and he's well-rounded, man. He'll take you down. He will. I mean, he's smart. If Gane plays it safe, which he does, it's a winnable fight, man. It really is. I don't think Lewis has the cardio to go 5 rounds, regardless if he's staying patient in the, just waiting. Just has, decision for Cyril Gane written all over, in my opinion.
Yeah, it does. It does.
His last 2 fights, right? He's gone 5 rounds, so he's proven to be.
Oh, not only that, rounds. Dude. As a heavyweight, he moves like a lightweight. He moves so swift, so quick.
Let's make our picks. I was about to say that. Y'all want to make some picks or what?
Yeah, my bad.
All right, let's go. Let's start at Fiziev Green, the feature prelim. My pick is Fiziev by knockout. Who you guys got?
This one's tough just because I feel like it could be knockout either way.
Yeah, it could.
But I might stay with Fiziev with you.
Okay, DJ.
I got Green. I think Green's going to land that punch first. That's whoever lands first, right, in this one?
I think
that's
so.
what it seems like by the matchup.
First one to land flush?
Yep.
Yeah, first one gets the clean punch. Man.
I'm going to go with Green, too, just because the fist on my cup that his mom gave us.
Oh, yeah?
I'm going with Green, too, man.
Let's do it. Speaking of that.
All right, so we got 2 for Fiziev, 2 for Green. First fight on the main card, Song Yadong versus Casey Kenny. I'm going
What's
with...
Chinese takeout? I know a great place. I'll have the cream of some young guy.
Yeah.
Oh, so who y'all got in that one?
That's a 50-50 fight for me, dude.
I got Sung Yadong on the name. So.
It's such a good matchup.
I want to say Sung Yadong, so...
Yeah. I'm going to go with Casey Kenny. I like Casey Kenny. I feel like he'll control most of the ground time, most of the clinch, and I think that's what is going to separate a real close fight. I feel like they'll go to toe-to-toe as soon as they stand up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Casey Kenny looked good decent against Dominic Cruz.
Mm-hmm.
You could go the distance. You went the distance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, with a guy like Dominic Cruz, that says a lot. He was coming off a long layoff, though. But still, going the distance with Dominic Cruz. I'm going to go with Casey Kenny, via decision, man.
Same, Steve. I got Kenny by decision. I like Casey Kenny. I like him a lot, man. I saw him fight I saw his last fight against Dominic Cruz. I did pick Cruz to win, but I knew that Kenny, is just a talented guy, man. He's a good fighter. Saw him beat Nathaniel Wood by unanimous decision. So I think this fight will be competitive, close. It'll be it'll take place on the feet for the most part. I think Kenny, wins by decision. Who you got, DJ?
I said Sung Young.
Oh, you said Song Yadong?
Yeah,
he wants me to play that.
That's because of the name, though.
Yeah, he wants me to play the clip if he wins.
That's why I got him winning, because of that name.
Nice.
It's a pretty nice name. I like it.
Some young dog. You want some young dog?
Song Yadong. Okay.
That's exactly how I hear it, too.
Right. Next fight on the card is Tisha Torres versus Angela Hill. This one's hard for me to pick, man. It really is hard for me to pick. I think Torres might lean on her wrestling in this one, dude. So I like Hill better as a fighter, but I'm going to pick Tisha Torres by unanimous decision.
Yeah, I think you're right, Jeff. Hill is way more well-rounded, but Tisha Torres has the better wins on her resume, and it's because that wrestling is proven, and I think it's going to be just takedowns as much as you can. So I got Tisha Torres winning unanimous decision.
Yeah, I have it too. I love Angela Hill. I think she's a warrior. She has the stamina. She's a way better, well-around fighter. But like y'all said, I think the takedowns is going to be the difference in this match, and I have Torres in decision.
Oh, so I'm the only one going for Hill, I guess. So, Yeah, I do have Hill for this one, just because she's been in there, so she has experience. I think she'll figure it
I
out.
thought you were going to say because she looks like Bruce Leroy.
She does look like Bruce Leroy on the photo that the UFC puts up on her.
Yeah, she does.
That
Alex Coster is a little bit.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess we'll see if she has the glow.
Yeah, she probably does have the glove.
Yeah?
Yeah, she's fun to watch.
Well, according
She's
to my...
She's awesome. I think she even has a slight advantage on the feet. I think she's a better striker. But yeah, I think Tisha Torres knows this, and that's why I think she'll
probably try to make it a game.
Before we move on, according to my autographed picture from the real Bruce Leroy, he told me to keep glowing.
Hey.
So he acknowledged that I've been glowing
There you go.
and acknowledged that I had the glow. So just throwing that out there, guys. I'm not talking
Nice.
about Alex Caceres. I'm talking about the actual Bruce Leroy from The Last Dragon, okay?
Watch the movie. It's a good movie.
Alrighty, moving on to our next fight on the card: Vincent Lou Kay versus Michael Kiesa. I don't know. I'm gonna let you guys make your pick first because it's a tough one for me. Now you know what? I'll go first. I got Michael Kiesa. I think he does get the takedowns, and I think he wins. And most people will say that it's boring. I won't think it's boring though because I'll be happy watching my fighter execute his game plan and get the takedowns and win. So yeah, Michael Kiesa by unanimous decision.
Yeah, I got Michael Kiesa too. Ground game, it's real tricky. It's good. I like watching it. The way he puts it in his game plan and he executes it. So to me, I think he's the better fighter for this one. Even though he is fighting a tough opponent, but I still got Michael on this.
Before we move on to Luis, who's cuter?
Ooh, that one's tough.
That was the really tough question, DJ. Who is the cuter guy?
I like him rough and rugged, so Michael, I guess. Right?
Okay.
But you've seen him do the commentators, right? He looks pretty cleaned up on the commentator.
Yeah, man, for sure.
I'm going a little different from y'all. I actually got Lou Kay.
You think he keeps it standing?
No, submission.
Awesome.
I feel like he submits him from the bottom.
That is a really good hot take,
Okay,
Luis.
that's a good
Because
call.
even though Chiesa has really good submissions, he also lost by sub before.
Yep, Kevin
Yeah.
Lee.
Yeah. And then also Lou Kay just come from submitting Whitley, no? Too?
Yes, Luke did come off.
Oh, he knocked him out first.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Poor Willie got knocked out and submitted the same night. Kind of like how Pitbull did.
Yeah, that was Pitbull and McKee right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also got Luke as well, man. I think he has pretty decent takedown defense.
Yep.
And I think the strikes are going to be the difference. And I think he's going to pull out a UD, man. Unanimous decision.
No knockout. If he keeps it standing, you don't think knockout?
I don't know, man. I think Chiesa's going to get his takedowns.
Oh,
But I don't think he's going to... He'll probably get it when there's like not enough time or something,
Gotcha.
left in the round. I don't think he'll have enough time to work, man.
it won't be enough to win it.
Yeah,
the
so
rounds.
I just think that the striking is going to just be the difference that the judges. It's going to change the judges' minds to give them that UD.
Okay. All right, guys. Let's go into the co-main event of the evening. It's going to be Jose Aldo versus Pedro Munoz.
Oh,
Golly, this is such a tough one
Yeah.
for me to pick. And I love this fight, by the way. I love the matchmaking here.
yeah, man. First off, Jose Aldo is just a legend. Just before Jeff gets into
Yeah.
it, man. Like, dude, I used to tune in religiously to WEC to see Jose Aldo. Man, oh my God, he made leg kicks, great again in MMA, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. It did,
Because
man.
after the first one to debut it in the early UFC days was like Marco Ruas, the king of the streets. He used it to stop. I don't remember his name, but they call him the polar bear. Huge guy, no weight classes. Leg kicked the shit out of him the whole time. Leg kicks to deal with. I mean, he said he's the king of the streets. He's using these things that work in the streets. You know what I mean? There's a long dip off of leg kicks. And here comes little Jose Aldo throwing those sick leg kicks, man, eating up people's legs, man. So shout out to Jose for making that shit, great again.
Yeah. They put that in there.
So who you got, Steve? You got the legend, or you got the
myth.
the up and comer?
You got the myth or you got the legend?
Man, I don't know. I want to pick Jose Aldo, man. And I think the odds makers have him the favorite.
Yeah, because it is a 3-round fight. Keep that in mind, man. He's a fast starter.
Yeah.
He's always been pretty good at winning,
It was
rounds at the beginning of the fight.
really hard for me, but man, I think the leg kicks are going to be the difference. And even though Aldo made leg kicks great again, man. I think Pedro Munoz's leg kicks are a little bit better, man. I don't know if that's a hot take or not, or you think I'm crazy, but
Well, you're comparing him to current Aldo.
Yeah.
Because he's not fighting WEC or early days UFC Aldo. I think it would be a hot take back then. I don't think it is now.
yeah, I think he's gonna eat up that leg and slow him down, and bring Aldo's striking down to his level. Not that it was a big jump right now, currently, but I think those leg kicks are gonna work for Pedro Munoz, and I have him winning. I didn't pick by what, but I knew I was gonna have him winning. But let's just say Pedro Munoz by TKO in the later round, third round.
Ooh, that's a bold pick right there.
No, well, I'm with Steve. I feel like everybody's gonna have some deja vu, and Munoz is gonna catch him real early in the first.
Oh, early, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I got Jose. I gotta go with the legend. I want him to go out there and get a couple more wins before at the end of his career. I think he's near the end.
Yeah, that would be perfect.
Yeah.
I see doctor stoppage. I see Munoz breaking a leg on Jose Aldo.
Yeah, and we can't forget.
Bold pick there.
And we can't forget that Aldo, he beat Brandon Vera, who beat Sean O'Malley, kind of. So that was a good win. Who else?
Oh, Marlon Vera.
Yeah, Marlon Vera, my bad. Brandon Vera. Who did I say? Brandon Vera?
Brandon
Vera.
Allah.
Sean Birdie.
See, I'm not high no more.
Yeah, so I do got Jose Aldo, not Dr. Stoppage, but that'll be wild if that happens, right?
It would be wild.
That's why he just put it out there, right? Just in case.
Just in case. I would be like, I did it again.
DJ called it, and he called McGregor Scooter too. So
Yeah, he did. I did.
DJ's coming in with these bold predictions, man.
But yeah, let's do it again, Jose.
DJ, real quick, while I have you, who's the next to break their leg?
The next one to break their leg. Shoot, I don't know. Man, that's a hard thing to put on somebody, but
You know these kind of things, bro. You know those kind of things, bro.
if I would have to put it on somebody, I would say it would be God, I can't think of his name right now. I'll come back to you on that one.
Okay, let me know.
Yeah, let's.
All right, okay. After the smoke break.
Yeah, definitely.
My pick for Aldo Munoz, such a tough one.
It is tough, man.
I'll just start by saying I could see this fight going either way. I really can. Got a lot of respect for both of these guys. I'm going to go with Aldo. I think that he's got enough experience to understand that Munoz loves those leg kicks. I know he watched Munoz's last fight performance against Rivera, and I think he's going to come ready to counter that leg kick. I think he's going to make him pay for throwing those leg kicks with counter right hands. And so I think Munoz will shy away from him. And I think Aldo will come out and he'll steal the first two and almost get finished in the third, but survive and win by unanimous decision.
I can see that.
That's a good hot take, Jeff. Yeah, the counter to a leg kick is a straight right down the fucking pipe. So that's a good call right there.
Thank you. All right, guys, let's get in.
I'm here till Tuesday.
Let's get into the main event of the evening. Derek Lewis and Ciryl Gane. I think we're gonna be in agreement on this one. Or actually, I don't know. Some of you, I can see people picking Lewis because he's got that power that's just undeniable. So, but me personally, I'm going Ciryl Gane. I think he gets it done by unanimous decision. People are going to say it's boring again for the third fight in a row, but I think he's going to beat Derek Lewis by unanimous decision.
Yeah, no, I'm a little different than you, Jeff. I do have Gane winning. I have him wearing down Lewis for 4 rounds. Lewis is eventually going to get frustrated of that patience. I feel like Lewis is going to shoot, Gane reverses, and Gane submits him.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I can see that. That's a good call. Oh, Gane by submission.
Yes, and that will look good coming into the heavyweight matching.
Yeah, if you finally get a finish, yeah, you're right.
I got. Of course, I'm gonna go with Texas here. So let's go with Lewis. I think he'll be super patient. He's gonna get that one punch, and if he doesn't, I do have a feeling he's gonna shoot. He's gonna get him up against the cage and take him down, drag him down, and just maul him. Man, he's a real strong guy when he gets someone on.
You got him by knockout?
Yeah, I do got him by finish, knockout, third round. I think he is gonna get battered up in first. Mm-hmm. I think the second round he's gonna tag him, probably rock him, but for the third round I think he's gonna go around with a finish. But
My balls was hot.
And then he's gonna take off his shorts, and he's gonna say his balls are hot.
Throw him into the crowd, maybe.
Yeah, I like that guy, man. He's funny.
He's awesome, dude.
His Instagram, I think he posted an Instagram. He goes, "Y'all guys gotta quit sending me this shit. That's not me on the Wheaties box." And it's Shaq on the Wheaties box. He goes, "Everybody keeps tagging me in this Wheaties box. That's not me, guys. I'm gonna quit this shit." Yeah, that's funny though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I let my pick slip earlier. My bad. But yeah, Cyril gone by decision. But my second pick was similar to Luis said, wearing Lewis down because he doesn't have the best cardio. Someone like Gane constantly moving, might be possible. But yeah, I'm sticking with the unanimous decision, man. I think Cyril Gane has to be perfect for 5 rounds.
Yep.
He really does. Lewis just has to land that punch, man. So, and like I said, if he plays it safe, he's going to win. And I think that's what he's going to do, play it safe. Not so much like he's being a wuss or holding back. It's just he's a technical, methodical fighter, and that's what he's going to do, you know? So.
By the way, I do got that prediction on the next leg.
Oh, yeah? Who is it?
Adesanya.
Ooh.
I think against Whittaker.
Again against Bobby.
Against Whittaker? He's going to check it or what?
I think he's going to check it.
All right.
Nice.
So.
Well, you heard it here first, guys.
Yeah.
That's just my prediction.
Well, before we take a break, guys, because that's all we have, right?
Yeah, that's all we got.
And it is in the great state of Texas, this fight, guys. This podcast is based in San Antonio, Texas, so we can't wait. We're excited for this. And again, guys, before we go on our little break, if you're watching this on YouTube, please hit that like button because it helps with the visibility of the show. Subscribe and turn on the little bell for the notifications to get notified when we drop new episodes. We drop them once a week, usually on Mondays or Tuesdays, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, guys, become one of the community. And like I said, we're letting you know everything that's going on in the combat sports world. I mean, you're like, if you listen to this show, you know that your fight week is going to be full. I mean, you have boxing fights on Tuesday. You know what I mean? Like, what is there to watch on Tuesday?
Yep.
Seriously, you're going to be browsing Netflix? You want to see some fights, right? Come on.
Yep.
I mean, then on Friday night, you have Mickey Cohen. You know what I mean? The guy who got robbed at the Olympics and flicked off the judges. He's still up and comer. He's still green, but God, it's on a Friday. I mean, what else you got better to do on a Friday? You know what I mean? And then Saturday, bust out the barbecue with the boys, man. These Dezen's putting good fight cards on, man. Eddie Hearn is a different kind of promoter. He's changing the game, man. You know what I mean? And then Saturday, the UFC, bro. Come on, man. If you listen to any other podcast, you wouldn't know about this stuff. You'd be waiting all fucking week for UFC 265.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So, guys, you need to please subscribe to the show. If you follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, all the same handle, TDFK podcast, right?
Yep. And if you follow us on YouTube, subscribe to us on YouTube, or even just listen, just leave a comment and give us your prediction for the main event this weekend, the UFC main event. We'd like to know what you guys think.
Yeah, shout out to the homeboy who interacted with us on YouTube last weekend. Ariel Hawani's bodyguard or some shit like that. Yeah, man, he was really cool. Gave us some tips. Fortunately, equipment is very expensive, guys, so just bear with us. We'll do what we can. But as we grow, you know what I mean? The equipment will grow as well. Our talent will grow as well. And hopefully our subscribers grow as well too, man. So just bear with us, you know what I'm saying? Because that stuff is expensive, and we're regular working class dudes just like yourself.
Yeah, we are working on that issue though. We did a long
sound check today.
Yeah, thank you for bringing it to our attention. We'll try to definitely get better at that.
Yeah, and like I said, thank you, and we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. We are back with the TD portion of TDs and Flying Knees. I'm going to kick it over to Luis.
Yes, this week we are doing our top 10 tight ends. Next week we'll finish off with the top 10 kickers, right?
Yeah.
Quarterbacks.
Oh.
Just by the way, letting y'all know, this week we didn't find no notable fantasy worthy news. So let's go ahead and start with our top 10. We'll start off at number 10.
We can actually talk about Carson Wentz, I guess.
Oh,
His
yeah.
injury is pretty... I actually forgot about that too, dude. And just when you said that, I was like, there was someone who got hurt and it's going to affect, some other guys fantasy-wise. So, yeah, that kind of affects, depending if he has surgery or not, it could affect the running back, Taylor, and his receivers. So
what happened to him? He hurt his foot, right? I know it was something about his foot.
I don't know. In my head, he was still hurt. I hadn't switched up to healthy, so...
He always hurt.
He actually trained with Usman and he got foot stomp.
Foot stomp. Oh, that's what it was. But yeah, Carson Wentz is fucking hurt again.
Shocker.
To me, honestly, thinking about that, my first reaction to it, I feel like that actually helps Taylor. I feel like they will run the ball more if he's out.
Maybe.
Because who they got? Brissett, right? Brissett will be his backup?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I'm gonna be honest, dude. Off the top of my head, I don't know. I don't know if he's still with the team.
Yeah, I know he had a 1 year deal. Yeah, no, we don't have a producer today to look it up. He's still doing top secret missions and
then our backup producer, he took a vacation. He didn't know that he can't take a vacation.
Yeah,
he didn't have vacation time yet. I don't know how he was.
Apparently, you work week, you get paid vacation.
Yeah, he goes.
Jacob Eason, no, Jacoby.
And he didn't bring his laptop, ladies and gentlemen.
Jacoby Brissett's not on the team
no longer with the Colts.
Yeah, then that looks even better for Jonathan Taylor.
It's Jacob Eason is number 2, number 3 Brett Hundley, number 4 Sam Ellinger from UT.
Wow, interesting.
Oh, I actually like that Ellinger from UT.
Yeah,
I actually like them.
We're just kidding, Anthony. Thank you.
Honestly, to me, it looks better on Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah,
I think they will feed him more.
I think the running game would get a little boost up on that one.
Yeah, I'm not as excited for Pittman. If Wentz isn't in the lineup, in the lineup though, because I'm pretty high on Michael Pittman.
Yeah, out of all the receivers, that's the guy I was high on.
Yeah, it was pretty funny because they're just showing a bunch of practice highlights and stuff, and they had a bunch of him throwing some good passes down the field, and he looked good.
Yeah, man.
And then the next day I woke up, it was like, he's hurt.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Shocker.
Eugene Hilton is just, he's not the same anymore.
Oh, yeah. I was like, who?
T.Y., by the way.
He went to a private school. What's that?
His name was Claire.
Yeah, his Clarence.
And Clarence's parents had a real good marriage. Man.
Alright. Coke, you want a Coke, bro?
Let's go ahead and start off at a number 10 pick. And it'll be Herb Smith. I think is one of our boldest picks coming in. But we love it. Kyle Rudolph is no longer in the team. He has a number 1 spot on lockdown. And he also had a big game towards the end of the season against New Orleans when Kamara had that 50-point outburst. I think Herb Smith had like 30 points, 30 fantasy points. Yeah. He had 2 touchdowns and a couple yards.
Yep.
Anything else y'all want to add to Herb Smith?
No, we're not too high on Logan Thomas. He's one of the guys we dropped out.
Yeah, guys. Just right now, we dropped out who? Logan Thomas
and Robert Tonyan. Yeah, we're not too. We just don't think that Logan Thomas will receive the same volume he did last year with Alex Smith. Dropping the ball to the running back and the tight end. Same thing with Tonyan. He just doesn't get enough looks from Rodgers.
He's very touchdown dependent.
Yeah,
that was ridiculous. 11 touchdowns.
11
touchdowns. 59 targets.
Can almost guarantee Tonyan will regress in the touchdown department. We're giving him around 7 touchdowns.
Yeah, they just got Cobb.
Not only that, I was about to say, they just got Cobb, and Cobb is like one of Rodgers' favorite red zone.
Yep. Yeah, so, and then, Cousin T, he favors...
they got Cobb for I almost called it, they got him for a 6th round pick.
Somebody give
he did.
6th round pick, which, by the way, in Texans' eyes, was a steal.
That's a steal. Hopkins went for a 2nd round pick.
Right? And David Johnson. Yeah. Let's go ahead and move on to our number 9 is Tyler Higbee, and I'm actually excited about Higbee because Stafford is known to favor the tight end. I know he has a lot of mouths to compete with on that offense, but like I said, Stafford favors the tight end. and he doesn't have Everett, which I believe he moved to Seattle to compete with.
Yeah. Last season, I know he had Goff as his quarterback, but he had 60 targets, 44 receptions, 521 yards, and 5 reception touchdowns. I just like the addition of Matthew Stafford. I think Matthew Stafford elevates every one of their pass catchers' value, and then that, and pair that with Everett leaving. I just like it, man. I like Tyler Higbee.
Yeah.
I think he'll get more looks this year, honestly.
Yeah. We got at number 8, Dallas Goedert. This one is just a volume type of pick. We know he's gonna get a lot of targets. We know Doug Peterson loves to favor the tight end in his offense. We don't know who Hurts is gonna favor, but he really doesn't have that many options other than Smith.
Having a big tight end like Goddard is just a safety net. He's gonna see that big motherfucker.
Yep.
Gonna
Last year, 65 targets, 46 receptions, 524 yards, 3 touchdowns. I can see an increase in each of those categories this year on.
Yes, and we all agree that Zach Ertz is probably never gonna take a snap as an Eagle again, right?
It's possible, but yeah, it's clear that he isn't happy. The team's been they were trying to get rid of him, just couldn't find anyone to
pay the money.
Well, he also wants a lot of money. He wants to get paid as a number 1 receiver too, for some reason.
I mean, that year he did show up pretty good.
Oh yeah,
yeah, he had a few good years. He's a good tight end, man.
I think he had 2 or 3 solid good years back to back, and then
the Eagles just don't value him the way he values himself. So yeah, Goddard should be the man, the tight end guy there.
You think it's because he, when he gets into work, he just sits on the toilet for like 30 minutes?
Probably.
They watch his videos?
Just chilling.
Yeah, that's what you do. What do they say? My boss makes $1 my boss makes $1 and I make a dime. That's why I poop on company time.
Nice.
That's the 11th commandment. You didn't see it because Moses... He shattered the commandments, but it was down there.
Number 7, we got Noah Fant, a guy I am really high on, but dude can't stay healthy.
You're high on Fant?
Yeah, I am.
Damn.
I like Noah Fant, but Luis is right. He just can't stay healthy. 93 targets is a good amount of looks, man. 62 receptions, 673 yards, and 3 touchdowns last year.
Yes, 93 targets, but I bet you he was fully healthy for about 7.
Yeah,
for real. Like, I've had him last year, man. Every week was questionable out, out. Ankle injury during the game. He'll go backstage, do a little quick adrenaline shot, on the sideline. He'll go back to the locker room.
Blue tent.
Adrenaline shot. Go back in. It's all that stuff. I hope he can stay healthy. He has the volume. Drew Lock favors him, looks his way all the time. So hopefully, if he stays healthy, we should see a big year for him. At number 6, we have Andrews, and to me, it's my least favorite tight end out of this list. Yeah, just because anything Lamar Jackson touches, I don't really want to.
Yeah, Luis hates Lamar Jackson.
Yeah,
I do. I don't. I mean, I love to watch him as a player.
I wonder why.
I hate to have I hate to get the piece of his pie. You know what I mean? His throwing pie.
Right.
I mean, he's just a running back with an arm, right?
Exactly.
There you go.
I'm not big on Jackson too. I like that people like him, and he's probably going to go in a first round somewhere, second round somewhere. He's going to take a pick on a high round, which is good for whoever did pick him up.
Yeah, because, definitely in your home leagues where you play with your family and friends, quarterbacks always go early,
Yes, and I'm not a big fan of Jackson. I mean, his starter year or whatever, which
it was his second year, his sophomore year was
so
he exploded.
He looked crazy, but everything was just yards or little 10-yard, 15-yard passes.
Did you play with him on Madden? It was ridiculous.
Yeah, and Madden
ridiculous.
It was like playing with Michael Vick in 2008.
Hey, there's actually, back in the old Madden days, there's a code to get the little pit bulls out. To block for you.
Yeah. Michael Vick was mad, right?
Last year's numbers for Mark Andrews: 88 targets, 58 receptions, 701 receiving yards, and 7 reception touchdowns.
See, I
Not
feel
bad
like
for a tight end position.
no, I feel like he gets a regression on receiving yards just because they got that Rashard Bateman rookie everybody's high on.
Yeah,
But I feel like his touchdowns might actually help him stay in the top part of this list.
gotcha.
Yeah. At number 5, we got TJ Hawkinson. The pick for us is he's a very good tight end. He has he's been injured in and out. He hasn't had a real good long season to prove himself, but he is the only target in that team as of now.
Yeah, he doesn't have too much competition for.
No, and
targets.
Jared Goff loves his tight ends.
Yeah, last year I know he had a different quarterback, so it might be irrelevant. But last year he had 101 targets, 67 receptions, 723 reception yards, and 6 touchdowns.
That's good. Those are good numbers.
Yeah, man, and like we were just saying, he doesn't have a lot of people to compete with, man, and so he's going to be getting looks. He's going to be getting targets, and that's what we're all after. The guys that get the most looks, the guys that get the most targets.
I have a feeling like him and Swift are going to be competing for the most targets in the team.
Yeah, I can see that.
All right, at number 4 we got Kyle Pitts, the rookie. I'm never high on rookies, but Julio Jones leaving the team does leave a big gap, a big amount of targets, and we just don't think what's his name, Russell Gage.
He's gonna step up.
Yeah, it's gonna step up. I mean, Calvin Ridley's gonna step up, but other than that, and they're gonna be down a lot of games. They're gonna have to throw the ball.
Yep, we'll be throwing a lot.
He sure is a big target.
So we're pretty much telling you guys Kyle Pitts is going to be the number 2 option on a team that's going to be behind in most games. So, yeah, he's our number 4, I think.
Yes, he's our number 4.
tight end.
We're just hoping the hype don't get to him and people don't start taking him.
Just
too
hoping
early.
he can
That's what I'm
stay
afraid of.
healthy, too. Like, as long as he can stay healthy, I think he's going to have a top 5, possibly top 3 fantasy year,
What's a good round for you to take him in? That you feel like you're not overpaying. For me, it's probably
I think
6
you're gonna
rounds.
have to overpay because I think someone's gonna
Oh yeah,
believe the hype and take them early, man. Once those 3 tight ends are gone, man, people start getting
because
frantic.
Kelsey and Waller are going. Shit, some people take Kelsey at the end of the first round.
Mm-hmm.
And then Waller's going 2nd, 3rd round. Kittle's going also around the third round, 4th round. After that, man, I'd say like around. It depends for me, dude, because it depends who's available. Because I'm okay also ending up with somebody like Tyler Higbee or Irv Smith. Yeah, like it just depends. But I like Kyle Pitts a lot, man. I think he's gonna have a great season. I'm not too high on rookies like you said too, especially at the tight end position. But Kyle Pitts to me he's different, and the situation that he's in. Is ideal for a fantasy football player.
Man, that's what's crazy about the tight end landscape. Like after the top 3, like I've always said it. Everything else is kind of like a toss up.
It's like the women's
it really is.
division. What's the man in the
Oh yeah,
just top heavy.
bantamweight.
Sorry.
Yeah, they're all pretty much top heavy.
Yeah, all
Except
the champions.
strawweight. Strawweight. Rose Namajunas,
And Zane.
Wiley Zhang, Joanna.
Oh, I can't wait.
Tisha Torres, all those.
I can't wait to see who Rose defends against first.
Yeah, me too.
Kyle Dirty Pitts. He has he has a potential to make his situation.
Wow, he's a very nice.
You know what I mean? He could have a very nice situation. So.
Yeah.
How many touchdowns are y'all predicting from Kyle Pitts?
Man,
I say 7.
What was
I was gonna say 6, so I'm around there.
what's his name's number? His first year when he blew up.
Who are you
What's his
talking about?
name? The tight end that he had that got traded to the Browns.
Austin Hooper.
Oh, Austin Hooper.
What was his when?
He was real good numbers.
Yeah, I know he was really good numbers, but like, was it? I don't know. I just think
I want to say he was top 5.
Yeah, man. Maybe he does something freakish. He gets like double-digit touchdowns. I don't know.
Could happen.
Yeah, that's one thing. That's a good thing for you to point out, Steve, that Matt Ryan does have a history of maintaining a good tight end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, see, we still don't know. I mean, well, I guess we still don't know if Hooper's a good tight end or if it was Matt Ryan, because unfortunately,
Baker Mayfield
sucks. So, sorry. You have a cool mustache, man. You look like a cool guy that would hang out with us.
Yeah.
Like, over you be on the podcast. I don't care. You can come. I'll invite you.
I don't know though. That's kind of a tough comparison though, because Hooper to Pitts is like freakish athlete.
Yeah.
compared to Hooper.
Yeah. I think he's got a much better tight end now than
I say Hooper's more of a possession tight end, and this guy's just gonna be deep.
He's a big play threat.
Say that again?
Deep.
Damn.
Oh, he's going deep.
Damn.
At number 3, we got George Kittle. This guy has nothing else to prove. I mean, he did it all with what, 3 different tight ends
On the wrong teams.
Yeah.
He's not on the wrong team. He's definitely on the right team.
Yeah, and if he can stay healthy, you know he can produce.
He is the people's tight end, you know?
Yeah.
He is, man. He has done a lot for tight ends around the league. I mean, he made up that National Tight End Day. They recently had a tight end training camp.
Tight end university.
Yeah, there you go, tight end university.
Over 30 plus tight ends show up, and they did drills and practice, blocking and route runs, which makes it really interesting. You get all these top tight ends showing up together, working together on bettering a position that is like the fullbacks are, kind of going away.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's hard to find, other than the top 3 tight ends, that's all there is.
Dude, which is crazy because I feel like for me personally, the top 3 tight ends, each one of them is a specialist. Like Kittle's the blocker. I feel like Waller has the hands and Kelsey's the best route runner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like George Kittle. He might be the best all-around tight end when healthy. But we're not making a list for the best all-around tight end. We're making a fantasy list. Yeah, I love everything about George Kittle, man. The only thing that scares me is just his style of play, the way he runs. It can wear on the body, and you can hurt yourself that way. He's nasty. When he got the ball in his hands, he's nasty. It takes sometimes 3 guys to get the guy down. And it's fun to watch. It's awesome. And but it scares me. It scares me because I feel like it leads to injuries like that, when you run that way. But yeah, he's easily a top 3 tight end in the league. And if he stays healthy all year, he might finish as a number 1 tight end.
Well, I'm also scared of the mistake the 49ers made of drafting that rookie because I feel like once... Huh?
He's not going to play this year.
If he plays, Kittle's not getting the ball.
Think so?
That guy run. He's gonna run first, run second, run third, and maybe throw fourth, maybe.
And he's gonna kneel.
I actually think he'll be targeted more by Trey Lance than
Trey Lance. You think so?
Well, I mean, Jimmy, he doesn't really get the ball down the field either. So actually, no, probably the same amount.
It's just like it feels like Kyle Shanahan's offense is not meant for a rookie.
It's not meant for a lot of quarterbacks.
It's not meant for a lot of quarterbacks. He don't really have to think. Like they either hike the ball to Jimmy G, he hands it off, or they hike the ball to Jimmy G, he play actions and throws it to his first option. Yeah. Because the running game is so good there.
Yeah, I
have
think
the defense off balance.
I think Debo and Ayuk, like 50% of their targets were like behind the line of scrimmage.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that offense is a whole different question, and I love the way Kittle plays. I mean, he brought a lot of fire to the team.
Yep.
He's a character.
You think he's the best player on the team?
I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's definitely the best.
I got the linebacker.
Interesting fact.
Now, you know what? That's true. The linebacker.
Interesting fact. Both Fred Warner and George Kittle
are
do not actually stay
years
in San Francisco and have never ever drank the water from San Francisco.
That's probably why
they're so tough. High levels of soy down there.
Yeah, that's true. Different beast, and Kittle does have a sick man bun right now.
He does.
I give him a pass because I say you can only have a man bun if you're a samurai, but I give him a pass.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that was my weekly banter at the Niners.
Yeah, you gotta take that jab in there.
Let's move on to our number 2. It's Waller, and he's gonna be a target machine if Derek Carr's under center.
Last year, he might have been one of the steals of the draft.
Yes.
I stole him. Helped me to a championship.
This year, you got to pay up this year.
I got some pretty good steals last year. I got Calvin Ridley at a pretty low price and Darren Waller. Pretty low price, man. Yeah. So they definitely helped get my team over the top. But, yeah, Darren Waller, he's the first target. He's the number 1 option on the team in the passing game. Derek Carr loves throwing the ball to him. He might be the best route runner, or one of the best route runners. It's either him or Kelsey, in my opinion. But yeah, it might be you think he's like the most athletic out of the three?
I say Kittle is.
Think Kittle is?
Yeah.
It's either Waller or Kittle, yeah. But yeah, man, I love Darren Waller.
Because I think Kittle ran like a 4.5 in his 40. Something like that. He was fast. It was a fast 40. Yeah. And then a number one is Travis Kelce, and it should be everybody's number one.
Yeah.
I mean, the dude with Mahomes.
He easily could be number one wide receiver, too, so.
Yeah, he gets the targets in the, of a wide receiver. Let me give you Darren Waller's numbers from last year, and then we'll go on to Travis Kelce. My bad. Targets last year, Darren Waller had the most at the tight end position. He had 146 targets, 107 receptions, 1,196 reception yards, and 9 touchdowns. Travis Kelce, 1 target behind Darren Waller. He had 145 targets, 105 receptions, 1,416 reception yards, and 11 touchdowns.
Wide receiver numbers.
Exactly.
Well, I think he was number 3rd in yards.
Yeah, I think he ended number 3. It was him, Hill, and him. And then
Yeah.
It was Diggs, Hill, and then Kelce.
Yeah, literally, Mahomes had like 5,000 yards, and more than half of them were from Hill and Kelce only.
Yeah, the first 3 in our picks shouldn't be any surprise. I think that's the first 3 in everybody's, regardless if it's a Waller or a Kittle you have at 2 or 3. But
yeah, Darren Waller and Travis Kelce were numbers 4 and 5 in receptions in the entire league, including receivers. They were Waller was 4th, Kelce was 5th, and they were only behind DeAndre Hopkins, Devontae Adams, and Stephon Diggs. Guys are getting looks, man. And Kelce was 2nd in the league in receiving yards, only behind Diggs.
How many more years do you give Kelce of dominating the tight end position? I say about 2 more.
That's tough.
This
That's
one and
tough
2
question.
more.
Yeah, he's 31 years old.
I'll be honest, he doesn't look like he's slowing down. So he can probably have 2 more top years before he starts.
If he doesn't have any major injuries,
he's never had one. I don't want to jinx it, but that's the thing that's kept him so good.
I'd say.
Well, you heard it here, guys.
You heard it here.
If anything happens to Kelce, we all know who.
I'd say 3. If he doesn't have any major injuries, I give him 3 more years. I think he looks good still.
I think 3 years before he turns into a Tony Gonzalez type of always reliable type of guy.
Wearing mascara.
Yeah, he wears one.
I know Tony Gonzalez always looked like he had mascara on when he was on the field. He did. Wearing mascara. Those eyelashes look really dark right now.
Yeah, guys, the bottom half of our top 10 is, you know what I mean? So it's a hot take, and I think it's going to pay off. So you heard it first. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
All right. That concludes the end of our show. And again, if you're watching this on YouTube, hit that like button. It helps with the visibility of the show. Subscribe and hit the notifications. Add us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at the TDFK handle. And we're trying to grow that YouTube channel, guys. So subscribe, man. You know what I'm saying? Interact with us on the comments. I'm trying to convince the guys to do a live show, see how that goes, and we could get you guys to call in and you could voice your opinion. Yeah, man. Watch those fights. Coming up, the big UFC 265. And we got some preseason games going on. Cowboys versus the Steelers, Thursday, August 5th at 7. We got Washington versus Patriots, Thursday, August 12th. And Steelers versus Eagles on Thursday, August 12th as well.
Yeah, the first game's to the Hall of Fame.
Football's back, baby.
Nice. Yeah, and
Best part of the year.
Yes, this is going to be really tough on us. I haven't even, honestly, guys, I haven't even looked up any fantasy football yet.
Gotta get on it, man. We're 3 weeks away.
Well, I overstudy, man, every year.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not trying to burn myself out again, but now I feel behind. But yeah, guys, UFC 265, get hyped. That's gonna be an awesome fight. Gave you all those other boxing fights going on, and yo, real talk, check out because for real, if Conor Ben would have fought, you would have thanked me for watching him.
Yep.
So on the other undercard of the Dazan Fight Camp Week 2, Fabio Wardley is a really good knockout artist. I know I talked about him earlier, but check him out, man. Right now, he has some time. Look up his highlights. He's really good, and I think he's gonna pull off another knockout. But other than that, guys, that is all for today's show. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. Like I said, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. And until next time.
God bless. See you at the top.